Hello, and thank you for taking time to view my presentation. My name is Brandon Medina, and I am a student at the University of Laverne. Today, I'll be presenting on evaluating the effectiveness of diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in modern business. Here are my references and my continued references. In today's business environment, DEI initiatives are essential for creating inclusive workplaces by addressing historical inequities and providing equal opportunities for all employees, enhancing creativity, problem solving, and decision making. My study aims to evaluate the effectiveness of DEI programs in promoting equity by examining both successful and unsuccessful examples, identifying successful strategies and common challenges. Despite significant strides in promoting inclusivity and diversity, substantial challenges remain in achieving a truly inclusive environment. Throughout this presentation, I will highlight successful strategies, common barriers, and will provide evidence-based recommendations for enhancing DEI programs. First, DEI programs are organizational initiatives aimed at promoting diverse representation, equitable opportunities, and inclusive environments through activities like recruitment, training, policy reform, and community outreach, addressing systemic inequities and fostering inclusivity. Initially focused on compliance with legal mandates like the Civil Rights Act of 1964, DEI efforts have evolved into a proactive strategy that leverages diversity for organizational success, emphasizing genuine inclusivity beyond legal requirements. Two key theoretical frameworks underpin DEI efforts: social identity theory, which enhances job satisfaction by valuing unique employee contributions, and intersectionality, which addresses the multifaceted nature of discrimination by recognizing the complexity individuals identify and tailoring DEI efforts accordingly. First, let's discuss metrics for measuring effectiveness. Evaluating DEI programs involves assessing various metrics that capture the impact of these initiatives on workplace diversity and inclusion. Key metrics include representation rates of minoritized populations at different organizational levels, employee engagement and satisfaction scores, retention and promotion rates, and the closure of pay gaps. These metrics provide tangible evidence of progress and highlight areas for improvement. Transparent reporting on these metrics creates trust between an organization and its employees, demonstrating that even if a program is not perfect, it is working towards equity. Now let's look at some case studies for DEI programs. Walmart's social mobility initiative focused on improving career advancement opportunities for frontline workers, providing education and upskilling, resulting in higher retention and promotion rates for BIPOC participants. Heineken's Women in Sales program targeted recruitment, retention, and development strategies for women, significantly increasing their representation in senior sales roles. On the other hand, Starbucks' racial bias training in 2018 was criticized as superficial in response to a racial incident, highlighting the need for comprehensive long-term solutions. These examples illustrate the importance of a well-designed, sustained, and comprehensive DEI initiative in achieving meaningful and lasting change in a workplace. First, let's discuss implicit biases. Implicit biases are unconscious attitudes and stereotypes that affect individuals' perceptions and actions. These biases can undermine DEI efforts by influencing hiring, promotion, and performance evaluations. If these biases are not addressed, they can create a work environment where certain demographics consistently face disadvantages, leading to decreased morale, high turnover rate, and hindering the organization's ability to leverage the diverse talents and perspectives of all its team members. Next, we have resistance to change. Implementing DEI programs often encounter resistance from employees who may feel threatened by the change to the status quo, or those who do not see value in such initiatives. Overcoming this resistance involves clear communication about the benefits of DEI, fostering an inclusive organizational culture, and securing buy-in from the leadership to model the support of the DEI efforts. When employees or organizations resist these change, it can result in a lack of engagement, poor participation, and diminishing overall impact of the DEI initiatives, prolonging existing inequalities. And lastly, we face the challenge of lack of leadership commitment, perhaps the biggest one. The success of DEI programs heavily depend on the organizational leadership's commitment and support. Without top management's active engagement and accountability, DEI initiatives will falter. Ensuring that leaders are held accountable for DEI outcomes and ingraining DEI goals into performance metrics are crucial for sustaining momentum and achieving long-term success. Without leadership commitment, a DEI program risks being superficial and insecure, undermining its effectiveness and longevity. Addressing these challenges requires a strategic approach ongoing education, and a commitment to creating a genuine, inclusive, and equitable workplace. First, let's discuss leadership commitment. Effective DEI programs require strong commitment and support from organizational leaders who play critical roles in setting the tone for inclusivity and ensuring that DEI initiatives are prioritized and adequately resourced. This commitment is crucial because the leadership drives cultural change within the organization, signaling to all employees that DEI is a priority and setting a standard of accountability. For instance, at Schneider Electronics, senior leadership were held accountable for DEI outcomes through specific performance metrics tied to their compensation, significantly contributing to the success of their global local pay equity framework. Next, comprehensive training programs are essential for raising awareness and equipping employees with the skills needed to foster an inclusive workplace. Providing ongoing training on topics such as unconscious biases, cultural competencies, and inclusive leadership helps challenge and change ingrained behaviors and attitudes that may perpetuate exclusion. For example, Heineken's Women in Sales program included tailored trainings and development strategies, effectively increasing the representation of women in senior sales roles. Continuing education ensures employees remain aware of the evolving DEI issues and are better prepared to contribute positively to an inclusive culture. Finally, utilizing data-driven approaches is crucial for ensuring the effectiveness and sustainability of DEI initiatives. This involves collecting and analyzing employee metrics such as demographics, retention and promotion rates, and employee satisfaction surveys. By leveraging insights from these data points, organizations can pinpoint areas of disparity and tailor their DEI programs to close these gaps. For instance, Walmart's social mobility initiative focused on providing educational and upskilling opportunities. They used rigorous tracking to measure the retention and promotion rate of program participants, demonstrating significant improvements in this area. This systemic use of data ensures that DEI initiatives are well-informed and capable of making meaningful and sustainable impacts. First, adopting inclusive hiring practices is essential for increasing the representation of underrepresented groups within an organization. This can be achieved through blind recruitment processes, setting diversity targets, and partnering with organizations specializing in diverse talent recruitment. Blind recruitment involves removing identifying information such as name, gender, and age from resumes and applications to mitigate unconscious biases, while setting diversity targets and partnerships widen the pool of qualified candidates. The second recommendation is ensuring equitable pay practices. This is fundamental to promoting fairness and inclusion. Companies should conduct regular pay audits, implement transparent salary structures, and address any identified pay disparities. Pay audits help identify and correct compensation imbalances, while transparent salary structures remove ambiguity and perceived unfairness, promoting equity for enhancing employee trust and satisfaction. Lastly, continuous education and training are vital, as we had mentioned before. Regular training sessions on DEI topics help maintain awareness, reinforce inclusive behaviors, and keep employees updated on best practices. Additionally, offering mentorship and sponsorship programs provides ongoing support and development opportunities for underrepresented employees, ensuring continuous engagement with DEI principles and fostering an inclusive culture. Implementing these recommendations will help an organization create a more inclusive, equitable, and supportive workplace for all employees. In conclusion, DEI programs are essential for fostering inclusive workplaces where all employees have equal opportunities for advancement and contribution. Effective DEI initiatives hinge on strong leadership commitment, comprehensive training, and data-driven approaches, as evident by successful programs like Walmart's Social Mobility Initiative and Heineken's Women in Sales program. However, challenges such as implicit biases, resistance to change, and lack of leadership commitment can hinder progress. Addressing these requires inclusive hiring practices, equitable pay practices, and continuous education and training. While significant strides have been made, the success of DEI initiatives relies on sustained commitment, ongoing education, and data-informed strategies. Companies like Walmart and Heineken show positive change is achievable with the right approach, while superficial efforts like Starbucks, as we had mentioned and highlighted, highlight the need for comprehensive solutions. Ultimately, achieving a truly inclusive and equitable workplace is an ongoing journey demanding dedication, transparency, and continuous improvement. By implementing these recommendations, organizations can create an environment where diversity is both valued and leveraged for success.